that again comes from rumours and gossip that we're kind of hearing out there is the elite striker in the Premier League at the moment, Alexander Isak at Newcastle. He's been heavily linked with Arsenal in the past. Everyone knows Arsenal need number 9. And we know Newcastle would demand a king's ransom for this fella at the same time. We're about to see him up close and personal twice within the space of a few weeks. Liverpool are going to be playing Newcastle at Anfield in a couple of weeks. And then we've got this Carabao Cup final in March as well. So we're going to get to see him up front and see what we think of him against Liverpool again. Obviously, he's already scored a superb goal against Liverpool this season. Brilliant player. I don't think there's any doubt about that. And he's one that Liverpool allegedly looked at when he made the move to Newcastle. Now, David, the only mitigation I've kind of got for this is Newcastle kind of have to finish outside the top 4 for this to even become something that's going to happen. And I do think Isak would look to move if they don't. And I think he'd totally be within his rights to. I know he's got a contract, and I believe there's rumours of a release clause within that contract. And I would imagine there'll be some sort of Champions League release clause of some sort as well, because he's a player that needs to be playing in the Champions League, absolutely. But is he the sort of player that if Liverpool were able to find the funds to do a deal like that in the summer, that you would see that Slot would make him his first choice number 9? And could that work for Liverpool? And do you think there's anything in the deal, or do you think it's just social media gossip?
No, I think Liverpool will definitely like him an awful lot. I mean, he's absolutely world class, isn't he? And he's 25 years of age, so he's just about to come into his peak years now. He's already experienced in the Premier League, and he's just a brilliant footballer who'd fit into any top side. So I've no doubt Liverpool like him. One thing I'm kind of skeptical on is there would have to be a release clause of some sort, because otherwise he's got 3 years of contract left. Newcastle well within the rights to say, well, we're going to demand 120, 130, 140 million. And I don't think you could bat an eyelid at that, because they're a Premier League club with an awful lot of money behind them, and they've got probably the best centre forward in the league there. Why wouldn't they demand that sort of money? So there'd have to be some sort of release clause, I think, for Liverpool to be able to countenance this. And of course, also, if there is a release clause that relates to Newcastle not finishing within the Champions League, they'd have to finish 6th or below, because it's very, very likely that the Premier League are going to get 5 spots. So there's just a lot there that makes me sceptical. The outcome I most expect really from this summer is that Isak stays at Newcastle, to be honest. I think it's going to be very, very difficult outside of that clause that we don't know is a fact, and I haven't sort of seen anything particularly on that. I just think they've got a lot of the cards at the moment, and I think they probably will finish top 5 because they're a very good team as well. I'd really struggle to see anybody getting him out of there. Obviously, the season after that, it starts to become a conversation, because when he gets to 2 years, then Newcastle are in a weaker position contractually. But it's very, very kind of hard to see anyone getting him out this summer.